Today we are going to start a very important nomenclature system which is used widely for the giving name to the every organic compound which is there in the existence, and that nomenclature system is known as systemic nomenclature system, which will be discovered by the Hansch and Widnum. So it is also known as Hansch-Widman nomenclature system. Now, the reference book for this particular topic is Gupta RR, having the three series, heterocyclic chemistry 1, heterocyclic chemistry 2, and 3. For your syllabus, we are going to use only two series, volume number 1 and volume number 2. So, in that book, they have given everything specifically. So, they have given the rules for giving the names to the organic compound. So we'll directly jump on the rule number 1. That rule number 1 for the giving name to the organic compound is a combination of prefix with a stem. Now what will be the stem and what will be the prefix? Prefix is nothing but if the compound have the substitution, whether the compound has saturation, whether the compound has unsaturation, whether the compound is having n number or the number of substitutions are more, that type of knowledge and that type of information will be given by the prefix with a stem. Stem is nothing but which parent compound actually present there. So stem will give the information about what will be the parent ring of that compound, and prefix will give the information about whether the saturation, what type of prefixes, what type of substitutions are there, what will be the position of the substitution. So we'll directly jump on this rule. The heteromonocyclic system is named by combining one or more of the prefixes for the heteroatoms with a stem indicating size of the ring. If the stem begin with a vowel, the terminal letter A of the A prefix is dropped. So what is the prefix? The prefix indicate, as I already told you, what type of knowledge will be given by the prefix. The prefix indicate the heteroatom present in heterocyclic system. So the name prefix will give the information about what type of heteroatom present in the heterocyclic ring. The prefix for the different heteroatom are present in table number 1. So our table number 1 will give the information about what type of heteroatom present in the ring. So if the table indicate the which heteroatom, which symbol we are going to use while giving the name to the compound, and what type of prefix we are going to use while naming that compound. I think this table we have already discussed. Again, we will revise some. So if the heteroatom is oxygen, the symbol is of oxygen we are going to use, and the bracket symbol will give the valency. So if the heteroatom is oxygen, the prefix we are going to use will be oxa. Sulfur for the thia, selenium for the selena, and the nitrogen we are going to use aza. So these are the table indicating the presence of heteroatom and what type of prefixes we are going to use while giving the name to the compound. When we are going to discuss the individual examples, that time you come to know how we are going to give the name to the compound. Now, this is about what type of heteroatom present and what will be the prefix we are going to use while giving the name to the compound. Second, the same for 3 to 10 membered heterocycles. Now, we know when we are going to study the alkanes, we have studied the alkanes will containing carbon number 1 to carbon number 10. So here also we are going to discuss the ring size from 3 to 10, because generally whenever the compound is going to form a ring structure, at least they possess 3 number of compounds. And here we are going to discuss the heterocycles. That means the compound is cyclic in nature. And if the compound is cyclic in nature, that time he must possess at least minimum 3 number of carbon atoms in their structure. So here we are going to discuss if the compound has 3 to 10 membered heterocycles. This table will indicate if the compound is or if the ring is unsaturated, what stem we are going to use, and if the compound is saturated, which stem we are going to use. In the last slide we have discussed, or in previous slide we have discussed which heteroatom is present, which prefix we are going to use. Our rule number 1 indicate IUPAC nomenclature system must be a combination of prefix and a stem. In prefix, what we have discussed? In prefix, we have discussed what type of heteroatom is present and which word or which prefix we are going to use while giving the name to that heterocycle. Here in this slide, we are going to discuss what is the size of the ring, how many number of carbon atoms are present, whether the ring is unsaturated and whether the ring is saturated. So we'll discuss this slide, we will discuss in detail. If the ring is 3-membered and unsaturated, so the word will used is irene, and if it is saturated, ire. If it is 4-membered, then ite and ite. If it is 5-membered, then ole and ole. So likewise, 6-membered, iane, ane. For 7-member, ipine and ipe. For 8-member, suppose my compound contain oxygen as an heteroatom. So what type of prefix I am going to use? Oxa as a prefix. And if our structure contain 3 number of carbon atoms in their structure, which is unsaturated, so what is the name of the compound? Oxirene. Okay, and if the compound is saturated, then the name of the compound is oxirane. Will you get it? So likewise, we are going to give the name to the compound. If my structure is 7-membered containing sulfur as a heteroatom, so what is the name of the compound? Sulfur, thia, and what is the parent compound for this compound is heptane. So thia heptene, thia hepine and thia hepane. So likewise, we are going to give the name to the compound. Now, these are the again some rules by giving the name to the some compounds. However, for the following points should be considered by giving the name. The stem irene is used for the 3 number of nitrogen containing unsaturated heterocycles. The stem iridine, etidine and olidine are used for the compounds containing 3, 4 and 5-member heterocycles. So this we have already discussed. Saturated stems are used for the rings without double bond. We know whenever there is presence of double bond, the compound is unsaturated. Whenever there is absence of double bond, the compound is saturated. If the stem are not specified for the partially or completely saturated heteromonocycles, suppose benzene is going to have 3 number of double bonds, and if only 1 double bond is saturated and remaining 2 double bonds are unsaturated, that time we are going to use the words dihydro. 2 carbon atoms are reduced to dihydro, tetrahydro. That type of wordings we are going to use when the compound is not completely unsaturated. If the stem etene and olene, which are commonly used for the nitrogen containing 4 and 5-membered rings respectively, with a 1 double bond have no longer been recommended by the IUPAC nomenclature system, because this is the rule for tri-given nomenclature system. Now the stems for a 6-membered ring. So this word A, B, C we have discussed, or we have seen in the table number 2. The stem for the 6-membered ring depending upon the least preferred heteroatom in the ring. That is, the heteroatom immediately preceding the stem to determine the proper stem for a 6-membered ring. So these are the sets of the heteroatom which are less preferred. So 6 is the number containing carbon number in the 6-membered ring is there. and 6A belongs to more preferred heteroatoms. 6B belongs to least preferred heteroatom as compared to A, and 6C belongs to least preferred heteroatoms when comparing with the A and B. So this ABC is nothing but the preference order of the heteroatoms. So we'll discuss the examples directly. See here. So these are the examples. See, this is an three-membered ring containing presence of only one heteroatom. So carbon number, basically parent chain is 3-member. Okay. Then the presence of heteroatom is oxygen. So what is the name of the compound? Oxa is the prefix, and iranes is the stem. So what is the name of the compound? Oxirane. Then presence of nitrogen has a heteroatom. So prefix is aza, and the parent chain is iridine. So what is the name of the compound? Aziridine. Again, the presence of heteroatom is nitrogen, but the compound is partially saturated and partially unsaturated. So what we are going to take? Only aza plus irine. So what is the name of the compound? Azirine. See the difference between these two structures. This structure is completely saturated, and this structure is partially saturated and partially unsaturated. So the name of the compounds are different. Here, the completely saturated aziridine, and for partially unsaturated azirine. For that, you have to by heart those two tables containing prefix and containing the stem. If you are going to by heart these two tables, you can write the structure of any compound. Now, if the compound is going to have more number of heteroatoms, see in the structure, the compound is going to have presence of 2 heteroatoms. That time we are going to select the preference order. The first preference order we are going to give to the oxygen because it is more preferred than the nitrogen. So what is the name of the compound? Oxa plus aza plus the parent chain iridine. So what is the name of the compound? Oxyridine. So likewise, you should give the name to the compound when it is going to have one number of heteroatoms, if it is going to have more number of heteroatoms. Now we have changed the parent chain name of the compound. So what is the name of the heteroatom present in this structure? Nitrogen is the heteroatom. So for nitrogen, we are going to use the prefix aza. And what is the parent chain or what is the stem? Etidine. So what is the name of the compound? Azitidine. So likewise, we are going to give the name to the compound. See here. The compound is unsaturated, partially unsaturated. So what is the name of the compound? Presence of heteroatom aza, nitrogen, that's why aza is the prefix, plus the parent stem we are going to use is ethane. What is the name of the compound? Acetate. Same, it is saturated, so the name of the compound present is thia, and the parent chain or stem we are going to use is ethane. So ketane is the name of the compound. So that time the word A, which is used in the prefix, which will be disappear and will be taken by the name ethane, or A will be disappear and the name is combined with the stem of the compound, that is ketane. Then again, phosphorus is a heteroatom and ring membered 5-membered ring it is. So which prefix we are going to use or which stem we are going to use? OLE, phosphor. So A will disappear and the name of the compound is phosphor. So likewise, you are going to give the name to the compound. This is about rule number 1, as it is prefix plus stem. Our rule number 2 is a presence of identical heteroatoms. That is multiplicity of heteroatoms. This we have discussed. Again, we will discuss in depth. When 2 or more heteroatoms of the same type of present. We have seen some of the examples in which different heteroatoms are present. But here in this rule, we are going to discuss if the same number of same heteroatom will be present in the multiple number. So what this rule indicates, when two or more heteroatoms of the same type of present in the ring, the prefix di, tri and tetra we are going to use. These are used and placed before the word of prefix. See, so how many membered ring it is? It is 5 membered ring. So it is saturated. So that's why. So what is the name of the compound? So we have given any preference order as the compound is same. So if we are going to give the one number to this oxygen atom, automatically the second oxygen atom will occupy the third number. So what is the name of the compound? 1, 3, as two oxygen atoms are present, this is dioxolane. Now, the compound is going to have multiple number of nitrogen atoms in the 5-membered ring system. So we are going to give the numbering to this ring. A first number will be assigned to the nitrogen atom which is saturated. So this nitrogen atom is saturated, so we have to assign. So this is again one more additional information. We have to assign least number to the saturated nitrogen atom. See, another two nitrogen atoms in the ring are unsaturated as they have bind with one number of double bond. So we have to assign the one number to the nitrogen atom, saturated one. So what is the name of the compound? 1, 2, 4. How many nitrogen atoms are there? 3 are there. That's why tri, and the parent chain is azole. So what is the name of the compound? 1, 2, 4 triazole. If the compound is going to have multiple number of nitrogen atom and the ring is 6 member, so what is the systematic name for this compound? 1, 3 di, 2 nitrogen atoms and azine. But according to tribal and common nomenclature system, this 1,3-diazine is known as pyrimidine. As I already discussed, some of the tribal and common nomenclature still it is used for the nominating the compound, but actual systematic name of this compound is 1,3-diazine. But we are going to pronounce or we are going to use a name which is there in our tongue. It is pyrimidine. The next compound 1,3,5-triazine. Multiple number of nitrogen atoms. Azine is a stain. 3 number of nitrogen atoms. That's why the name of the compound is 1,3,5-triazine. This is about our rule number 1 will give the information about the name of the compound is a combination of prefix and a stain. Rule number 2 will give the information about if there is presence of multiple number of same nitrogen atoms. Now rule number 3 will give the information about presence of different heteroatoms. Rule number 2 will give the details about if multiple number of same heteroatoms present in the ring. Rule number 3 will give the information about presence of more number of different heteroatoms. So that time we have to assign or we have to give the preference order to the heteroatom. When two or more different heteroatoms are present in the same ring, the prefix of the heteroatom are combined in the order of their appearance. See, in the given structure, there is presence of two heteroatoms which are totally different. One which is nitrogen and another one is sulfur. Now we are going to give the preference order. Thia plus aza as the parent stain is OLE. So what is the name of the compound? Thiazole. It is a common name, but actual systematic name of this compound is 1,3-thiazole. Because we have given the preference order to the sulfur more than the nitrogen. So what is the name of the compound? 1,3-thiazole. If the ring is 6 member, then we have to again give the preference order. Oxygen is more preferred than the nitrogen. So what is the name of this compound? Oxa plus aza plus the parent stain we are going to use is INE. What is the name of the compound? Oxy. The same compound, instead of oxygen, sulfur is there, then thiazine. This is about rule number 3. Rule number 3 will give details about the preference order of the heteroatoms if they are present in more in number and different type of heteroatoms are present. Then next rule is numbering. How we are going to assign the numbering to the carbon atoms. The numbering contains different rules. If there is one heteroatom, the numbering in the ring start from that heteroatom itself, giving the position number 1. Then if 2 or more identical heteroatoms are present, same heteroatoms are present, when 2 or more identical heteroatoms are present in the ring is numbered in such a way that the heteroatoms are assigned lowest possible set of numbers. This is rule number 2 with respect to the numbering. See, so we have to start the numbering from the saturated nitrogen atom will be assigned number 1 and the unsaturated will be the least possible number, that is number 4. Then with the 2 or more different heteroatoms, when 2 or more different heteroatoms are there, then we have to assign the preference order. More preferred compound or more preferred element assigned lowest possible number. Now, the presence of saturated atom. If a compound is going to have a presence of saturation in the ring, partial saturation and partial unsaturation, then that time when a heterocyclic ring with the maximum number of non-nucleated bonds, non-cumulative bond containing a saturated atom, its position is given by the lowest possible location. See here, here the sulfur is more preferred than the nitrogen. So we have assigned a lowest possible number to the sulfur than the nitrogen. Likewise, the preference order. So the knowledge of every rule we are going to use here to giving the numbering to the system. And the last rule, however, the heterocyclic system in which the carbon atom of the ring is involved in the carbonyl group, indicate the hydrogen is normally cited as an italic letter H. So this is an additional information. When the compound is partially saturation and partially unsaturated, that time, see, heterocyclic system in which carbon atom of the ring is involved in the carbonyl group. If one of the carbon atom in the ring is involved in the formation of carbonyl functional group, that time indicated the hydrogen is normally cited as an italic letter. So what is the name of the compound? Pyridine 2,1-HOM. 1. So capital italic letter H in the parenthesis after the location of the additional structural feature. See here. So likewise, we are going to give the IUPAC nomenclature system for this compound. Now next is the trivalent. This we have already discussed. So today we have covered the rules. Just we will revise.